Now, that might seem a little harsh, but I've actually learned this a couple years ago from an elderly gentleman who's almost in his 90s. And he was always telling me, John, you know, when you have these clients and they give me a hard time, I said, I want to work with them. He said, John, just make it really simple. So what do you do? Hi, everyone. It's John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur here, and welcome to another Super Motivational Friday. I am so glad to be with you with our first episode in 2023. Happy New Year, everyone! I hope you've set your goals, but listen, I have something I want to share with you. Have you ever had a friend? Well, I hope you have. And that person actually, let's say, is good at doing something. And you're good at doing something, but your friend knows that you're really good at this and he's not going to hire somebody to do it because, hey, you're his friend and you're pretty much on his roll that he can call and you'll just do it for him. And I'm sure you do the same for him, right? Now, that's okay if it's a pro quo, back and forth. But what happens if your friend asks you to do something, okay? And let's say you do it, great. But let's say you ask your friend to do something now, and he tells you, oh, gee, John, I'm so jammed up. I'm busy. I'm slammed. No problem, I'll reach out to you again. Month goes by. I say to him, hey, listen, remember we talked last week? I was just wondering, could you fit me in? I really need you to come over and paint my den. Oh, man, you know, you don't know what's going on. My wife, my kids, you know, and my aunt's coming over, and then I'm leaving on a trip, and I'm all jammed up, and my guy's sick at work. I get it. Well, listen, just reach out to me when you have time. It's no emergency. But then he comes back to you, and he says, hey, John, I was just wondering, can you help me with my video? Can you help me with coaching? Usually you come back and say, sure, I'd be happy to help you. But this is where you can come and say to them, you know, about a month ago, I think I asked you to help paint my den, and you said you were gonna get back, you remember? Yeah, John, I'm just real busy. Can you just help me with this now? I'll tell you what, why don't you help me with my den, get that painted, and then we'll help you with your other stuff. How's that sound? Oh. So he didn't like that, right? Well, you didn't like the fact that he wasn't around for you. Now, what happens if your friend keeps doing this and you have to keep playing this game? I mean, that's no friend, right? That's just a sentence. How do you get rid of that baggage? We've all had these kind of people, whether it's in high school, college, or even grammar school. They leech to you and they just try to suck whatever they can out of you, but they're really not team players. They're all about what's in it for me, what's in it for me, what's in it for me. I don't care about you. I'm just gonna get what I want. So these are good people to say one word to. You know what that word is? There it is, everyone. Goodbye. Now, that might seem a little harsh, but I've actually learned this a couple years ago from an elderly gentleman who's almost in his 90s. And he was always telling me, John, you know, when you have these clients and they give me a hard time, I said, I want to work with them. He said, John, just make it really simple. So what do you do? He says, I just tell them goodbye. I said, well, yeah, I don't want to lose a client. I know, but just tell them goodbye. Really? Yeah, just tell them goodbye. So I started taking his advice a couple years ago, and I had a client of mine, and they were not treating me very well, and I said, well, you know, if it doesn't work out, we'll just leave. Yeah. Second time came, yeah. Third time come, yeah. And I was like, goodbye. And as I'm saying goodbye, they were like dismayed. And so what I did is I said to them, look, this is what we need to do, or goodbye. What do you mean? This is what I'm asking you to do. This is what I need to be handled, or it's goodbye. And when I made that so strong to them, they understood it. Also, I've had friends that do the same thing. But you know, when I did it to one friend and actually got them to go away, my other friend's like, oh, wait a minute, I don't want that to happen to me, because he told the other friend what I did, and he's like, well, John's not putting up with that. So when you say goodbye, we use it to say goodbye to people, whether it's just for a short time and to come back, but it's also to safeguard ourselves and show ourselves some love. You see, I think a lot of times we as people don't value ourselves. And we're like, oh, we'll just put up with it, you know, turn the other cheek. I get it. But when are you going to start taking care of yourself. So my message for you today is start using the word goodbye. You can even use it as a preface, like, well, this is what happened, and if it happens again, it's goodbye. No, it's goodbye. And when they see that, it's going to change. And so a way that you can do this to be really serious is you're with someone and they're not responding to you, you just walk away, goodbye. And so when they see that you're not going to turn around, that you're not going to change your mind, they're going to be like, oh, wow, I better change my ways. You see, what happens when you say goodbye is the person like, I can't believe I treated them like this. I can't believe I did that. You know what? I've been through 4 companies or 5 friends. It's actually not them. It's me. So is that something you're ready to accept right now in 2023? Do you know that we're not all perfect? And do you know that sometimes the reason that something might be ending isn't because of them, it might be because of you? But as people that want to become more successful, we have to accept that cross. We have to understand that when we acknowledge it, even though it might be a little hard, we learn the lesson, we don't do it again, and we become successful. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, been a pleasure, been an honor. And I need to say goodbye, but in a friendly way. Make sure you like, love, and support the channel. Comment below, tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Click on the bell notification icon, smash the subscribe button so YouTube can serve this out, and make the choice to buy my team and I a refreshing drink, a savory dessert, or a healthy bowl of fruit. Either way, we'll be grateful with those pennies and dollars. We'll invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, new facilities, even new facilities, to give you the most jaw-dropping, motivational, inspirational content to empower you to change your life, to become just a little better than you are today. I'll see you in another video.